Today, what I want to do is share with you 3 very powerful melody techniques that the industry's best producers use to make rap songs and dark trap songs that have millions and even billions of views on Spotify. And I'm actually going to show you guys very specific examples of songs that use at least 2 of the 3 techniques that I'm going to share with you today. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first melody technique that we're going to talk about are arpeggios. The second melody technique that we're going to talk about are chords. And the third melody technique that we're going to talk about are trills. Like I said, I want to show you guys some real life examples of songs that are very successful and songs that also use these techniques. Let's check this out here. I got Spotify opened. If we go to the most streamed rap songs on Spotify playlist right here, if you just scroll down to song number 7, I was going through these to see just like which song popped out the most to me. And of course, EXO Tour Life by Lil Uzi Vert popped out. This song uses ascending and descending arpeggios. And then if you scroll down a little bit here, you see Highest in the Room, which I clicked on already because it's a really good song. This song also uses arpeggios and chords. So let's get into technique number 1. If you've never heard of an arpeggio before, it's actually quite simple. It's when you're playing the notes of a chord, but I would play them in succession. So an ascending arpeggio would start with the root note and go up the scale like so. A descending arpeggio is going to do the same thing, but I'm going to be working down the scale towards the root note instead of away from it, and it's going to sound like this. Okay, so arpeggios are pretty basic. When we're creating a melody for dark trap beats, you're going to want to work within the natural minor scale, and you can do that just by creating arpeggios with the notes that are within that scale. Now, let's start cooking up some arpeggios. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add the bass clef, which basically is just like lower bass notes within the arrangement here to create chords. But the lower octave chord selection is going to give the beat more texture and more gravity. It's going to make it sound darker as well. I'm probably going to use the root note and maybe the 3rd and the 5th of the minor scale that I'm working in just to complement the melody. Now I want to add some layers to that, so I'm just going to clone it and then add some more components. Probably add a couple more chords because we're talking about chords, but I might add more arpeggios as well. So let's see how this goes. And before I lose all of my hard work, I'm just going to file, save as, and I'm going to call this Dark Trap Melody Tutorial. All right, and I just rearranged some stuff, so this is what it sounds like. Okay, so that's literally just using arpeggios and chords. So now what I'm going to do is look for any space, if there is any in there, to add some trills. So trills are basically just this. So it's not really exactly a trill, but I was inspired by the idea of the trill and was able to rearrange it so that I ended up getting a like mini progression within this melody. And I'm just gonna mess with the volume here so that this is more of like an ambience going on behind the melody, because if it's too loud, it's just gonna compete with the harmony, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just gonna turn down the volume a little bit here. All right, that sounds fantastic actually. So now this melody has a ton of bounce. It's dark, it's powerful, but it's got a lot of texture because I added those chords in there. I added like that trill inspired counter melody within the pattern here. And then I have chords in ascending and descending arpeggios. So I'm going to turn this into a beat. I'm loving this melody. I'm not going to stop the video there. Let's turn this into a hard trap beat. So I'm going to add in like a lower string section here. Oh my God. Wow. And then I'm going to add in like a intro 808 or like bass line. All right, then we're going to make the kick and the snare pattern. And probably the 808 pattern as well. And let's find a hi-hat in my kit here. All right, now I'm going to add some rolls in there. So that's pretty much the basic premise of how to structure the beat around the melody. This is more of a melody video, so I just wanted to show you guys what it would sound like in the context of a dark trap beat. I will go in depth on other aspects of making the trap beat, like the drum programming, in a future video. I just wanted to show you guys what this melody was going to sound like within a dark trap beat. All right, so pretty great beat so far. I'm going to finish this beat up, but that's going to wrap up the video, guys. I hope you guys learned how easy it is to just use basic principles to make really effective and good melodies. It's not rocket science. Just follow the basics and it'll take you further than you would expect. Okay? Get good at doing the basics and then you can branch off after that. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. You do not want to miss out on when I'm dropping these gems. Until next time, peace.